Hello, welcome. What you're about to see is not for the faint-hearted. What you're about to see is what I like to call the scary doors. Good luck. Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Underdog Reacts, and I've watched the 20th episode of the third season of Twilight Zone. We have 10 more episodes to go before we're at the end of the Twilight Zone and before we're gonna start with the first season of Squid Game. I've seen the first season of Squid Game. I haven't seen season 2 or season 3 yet, so that will be a lot of fun. Also there will be, I think it was 24 shows, but I've added 2 more, so maybe 25, 26 more shows are coming to the channel. So if you want to see all those shows, and there are gonna be some fun ones in there, maybe some more unknown ones, and maybe some very known ones. They're all coming to the channel, hopefully, if I can find them. So if you want to see those, subscribe to the channel because they're gonna be a lot of fun. But let's just start with this episode of the Twilight Zone, episode 20 for the third season. We see a guy putting pool balls in a basket, and after he's done that, he says, "Alright boys, closing time." One guy asks, "Okay, after this shot." And the guy says, "Okay." One other guy complained for, why does he get to stay?" So the owner says, "Well, he asked nicely." And we see the guy focusing with the pool stick, very focusing, back. He hit the ball, he did the shot, and he landed it. And after he did it, he screamed, "You see what I mean?" And he turned around, and there was nobody. It was empty. Now he turns again around in confusion. Hey, where the fuck is everybody? Bit like John Travolta in Pulp Fiction. Where's everybody? I did this trick shot and nobody is there. So he started to talk to himself. But I also do daily. If you live alone, you have to entertain yourself. It's good practice for having to do my YouTube videos, even though my reviews are fucking shit. Anyway, so he starts to talk to himself, and we're basically gonna leave it at that because this seems familiar again. They did it earlier, also in the first season, I think, or the second season, one or the other, where they actually did the story already. But then they did it in the 1959 version, the original version, in black and white. The first one that they did was a dream, where a guy dreamed and every time he died, the dream started over again or something like that. I don't know. We've seen that one already, and we've seen this one already, where he said, talk to us up, and suddenly a guy shows up, the best pooler that lived, and he makes a bet with him for his life. If you win, you get to live. If you lose, you get to die. But we've seen this one already, so it's kind of shitty, or it's kind of too bad that they use a story that we've seen already. That they done already in the first version of the Twilight Zone. Just think of a new episode, think of some new story, because there's a 2002 version and a 2019 version, and I hope that they don't use a story that we've seen in this one already. Because come on, really. So I give this episode a high 3, low 4. It could have been a 4 out of 5 if they didn't use this one already. That said, I'm gonna leave it at that. Also, watch this episode yourself, leave likes, recommend a good show down below in the comments, subscribe to the channel, come join Discord. I'll see you guys later for Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, which I've already seen. Well, then this review will be for the second time, obviously, because I've seen it once already before I started the channel. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'll see you guys later, and otherwise I'll see you guys tomorrow for a new movie, and hopefully the 21st episode of the Twilight Zone.